So now we go on to the eyes. I'm going to use 2 different palettes to achieve this look. I'm going to use the Gosh Smokey palette and I'm going to use the Gosh 9 shade to play with in Vegas.
That's a gorgeous one, isn't it? The colours are just amazing.
Really, really vibrant. Really what Gosh is all about. The vibrancy, the pigment. Amazing, amazing tones here and amazing colours to play with. So the grey and the black I'm going to use in these from this palette, and then mainly kind of these kind of tones here to give that colour twist. I started here with the dark grey of this palette here, which is number 3 grey, just to start off with the smoky look.
It's a fab colour. It's not too dark either.
No, well I will be, like black is going to come in this side, so it will be quite smoky, but it just gives that bit of a variation of different colours and different tones, instead of coming in with all black. This would be a nice kind of a look for Christmas as well, for your Christmas parties.
The smoky look, it's so popular. I think everyone loves to get it done when they get their makeup applied.
It's one of the most popular ones that I do, I have to say, like across my client base. But there's so many different variations of smoky. You know, you can do your smoky browns, smoky purples, smoky greens, smoky with purple, smoky with blacks, colour pop smokies, this kind of a smoky.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so many different variations.
It just doesn't have to be brown or silver.
No, or completely black, you know, it's just learning to kind of play with the different colours and the different tones. The secret though, using the black, just put a tiny little bit of product on your brush to start with.
As we can see, the pigment is just amazing with that. So you really would need to just start small.
Yeah, you just literally tiny little bit on your brush and then just dab it onto the eyelid. And because I've used the concealer as the base, it's grabbing the colour straight away. Then to add your bit of colour.
Wow, that's amazing.
Like, it will look a bit messy when you're applying it first, but just that'll all be blended down anyway.
Oh, it's gorgeous and it's so different.
It is, it just adds a little bit of a twist to the normal smoky eye.
It's in such contrast to the black and the grey. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's just adding a little bit of fun to the colour. I'm going to go with the deeper coral now.
That colour just fabulous.
Yeah, it's a stunning colour and it's so different. But it's just to add something else. And then we just need to blend.
Yeah, is it going to be a bit tricky blending this colour?
No, you're just doing the same techniques, literally just soften the edges of the colours and merging them together.
They actually work really lovely together and they're not two colours you'd ever think of putting together.
Yeah, it's just, well, I think any colour will go with black anyway, you know, so it's just mixing it up a little bit. Like, you could really put any colour on top of the black.
They work lovely together. I think corals and oranges, although they're so in at the minute, I think people might be a little bit afraid to, use that such strong colour.
It is a quite kind of a different, kind of a funky look. But eyeshadows are there to play with and have fun. And with the party season just here as well, you don't have to always stick to the norm, you know. I will be just blending these, and then I'll be building up the colour again just to make them more intense again. Quite a nice shimmer in those corally tones too.
It's absolutely gorgeous colour.
I'm just kind of tidying a little bit up as I go.
What I love about the Gosh eyeshadows is that they just have the perfect pigment. They're so rich and, not shimmery or not glittery or tacky at all. They're just gorgeous.
You have the variation of both, with a lot of their colours, the pigment really, really is good, but they have soft sheens in them. So there's no high glitter, because some people can be quite allergic to the glitter in the eyeshadows. So this just adds a soft sheen.
I know you'd think that with such a smoky eye, such a dramatic eye, that you'd have to go for quite intense coverage with the foundation, but you don't at all.
No, we're going strong on the eyes, but as I said earlier, with Shauna's skin, she has such beautiful skin anyway. We just wanted to balance out the tone of the skin. What I'm doing here is I'm just blending the colour into the black, just to mix the two of them up.
It's really subtle, the coral, but the effect is amazing.
When Shauna has her eyes open there, see?
Yeah.
The slight colour is really, really effective. But it's just a different smoky look. It's easy to achieve, you know? Now I'm going to bring the colour of the vibrant coral into the corners of the eyes here. So open your eyes and just look over this way for me. And this way.
can see that makes a huge difference. It's bringing it all together.
Yeah, of course. And then when we bring the really dark then to come in and meet it, it'll really make the eyes pop. For this one, I'm just using the angled brush. Now don't be afraid of fall down, which I see here. That can easily be cleaned at the end just with your cleanser and Q-tips. Because a lot of people would panic and say, oh, I look like a panda.
I'll take it all off, start again.
You don't need to. Just look up for me. Just always click the excess off your brush.
It actually has a lovely effect using your brush and the eyeshadow rather than just going in with the eyeliner.
I always use eyeshadow on the bottom lid. I just find it's much a softer finish, and then when you blend it, it's just much nicer. Like if you do want to put or eyeliner pencil, that's completely fine too. It's really your preference. But with me, I just prefer the eyeshadow. Just look up for me. Just gently soft and then blending the eyeshadow underneath.
I have to say, I really love these colours together. It's not something you'd, initially just think that would work. I'm really flat with each other.
Myself now, I have to say, when you see kind of colours on a palette like that, you're like, how would I ever use them, or mix them up? But when you're using them with such solid colours, they really, really work well. And I'm giving this a kind of a sultry, smoky look, so I'm coming down a little bit lower with the eyeshadow. I'm just blending it down onto the bottom. People also do this with their eyeliner and just smudge it down, but it's just as easy with your eyeshadow and your blending brush.
This is another really rock chick look. It's really edgy as well.
It is. It's very, very funky. It's a funky look with the colours and stuff that I'm using. I'm just literally finishing it off just with blending, and then I'll just top up on the black for more depth. And then just soften that black ever so slightly. Now I'm just getting the concealer brush just to tidy up any, like if you're blending it might just come out that little bit extra at the edge. So just to get your concealer. You don't even need product on it because from the last time. And just tidy up just at the ends there. Just look. Now, so I'm just going to get my concealer here, or the cleanser here, just to tidy up there and then put the concealer on again. Just a little tip for people. If you have any down, any cleanser will do, whatever one that you use yourself. Look up for me. Your side.
It's a handy little tip, that is.
It is, because you don't want to go out, because I know some people that they would use foundations that would be quite drying, and if you try and wipe that away, it's just going to look dirty looking. So you really have to clean it and reapply, just to give that finished look properly. Just look up them. Again, I'm just using the number 1 concealer in the Click and Conceal. I have to say, I'm really loving the colours.
I know, they look amazing together.
So different, but they really work. Where I come up to the eyeshadows. Are you okay? Just look up. I just need to soften, blend the concealer with the eyeshadow.